as we move forward here, I want to give an update to my fans as where I've been. Again, this is our first podcast update for the year 2022. And you might be wondering where the podcast has been, what I've been up to in the meantime, and where we're going in the future as we close out the year and break into the new year 2023. Again, as I mentioned in the original series of the XSite Update podcast released last year, I didn't want this to be a chore for me. I didn't want this to be something that I felt burdened to do, or I wanted to feel an obligation to put it out as content for the listeners and for the viewers, but I didn't want to feel like it was a chore. So it got to the point where other things started to require my attention in the world of professional wrestling, and so I tended to those things. Now, as we close the year, it's given me an open opportunity. The year coming to a close is always slow for the wrestling live event scene, so it's been a perfect opportunity for me to replan, reorganize, get things set for the year 2023. And while we're at it, I figured what better time to start, what better time to get back into the groove of releasing regular audio content for the subscribers than now. So, coming off the Thanksgiving holiday, I wanted to jump back into it full steam. And again, I don't want this to feel like a chore. I don't want it to be something that I can't produce or that the quality has to suffer and enable for me to produce it on time. But leading into the new year, I'm planning in the first quarter to have a brand new episode of the XSite Update released regularly every other Wednesday. So before it was released every other Tuesday with a clip in between and some live streamed YouTube content to promote the podcast. We will be doing the same thing in the new year, 2023. However, this will be every other Wednesday. So it's good news for you fans and subscribers that enjoy the XSite Update and enjoy podcasts in general, as we will be bringing you just about an hour or so of content every other Wednesday at patreon.com/RyanKidPro. And I couldn't be any happier to get behind the booth and announce it. Again, this is something that I've always loved to do. It's a passion project of mine. It's something that I go out of my way to make time to do when I have the opportunity to do so, because I love to do it. If you've been a fan of mine for a long time, you know this isn't my first venture into the podcasting world. You know I've been a guest on numerous shows, whether that's video, whether that's audio, or whether that's the both of them combined. I love getting in front of the microphone. I love stepping in front of the camera, and I love updating the people that have an interest in what I'm doing in the world of professional wrestling, or just the world in general. And we've got a lot of that to cover here. And again, I wanted to cover aspects of professional wrestling, aspects of my life. I want it to be a smorgasbord of Ryan Kidd content for those of you that might have questions or might want to know more about the man behind the mask or the man behind the screen, or, I want to dive deep into who I am and my relationships with other people. So again, much like the last series that we introduced last year in 2021, the XSite Update will return with guests, with exclusive video content, with exclusive interviews, and also episodes just like this where I'm able to sit down, chat it up, and kind of break down what I have in store for you, the fans. If you subscribe on Patreon and you enjoy my social media content, this is the place where you're going to be up to date, along with the Ryan Kidd Weekly newsletter released every Thursday. Again, that's for free, the Ryan Kidd Weekly newsletter. But if you're listening to this, you know all about that, so I don't need to shill you on the weekly newsletter. But again, we've got tons of content. If you want to keep up to date with what's going on in my world, that's the weekly newsletter and right here on the XSite Update podcast.